Hey everybody, wanted to show you some quick car sketches and some stuff I've been working on, and also show you some free practice tools I'm going to be putting on my website so you can begin to practice some of the things I've been teaching in my videos. So here's a bunch of different cars. Let me just talk you through a few of them. This one up here, you may want to make this full screen so you can take a bigger look, but this car up here I just sketched on with a black pen, just kind of sketched it in class. I think it's on the back of some notes or something. You know, this is plain old copier paper, but again, it's all about the design, really just kind of sketching it out and just using some pen to simulate some of the things that I do with color renderings. So that's kind of cool. Never neglect your sketching time in class. Just don't let your teacher see you. Here's one of the videos I've used in some of my other, or here's one of the cars I've used in some of my other videos. This one's also on the back of some class notes. I'm not sure what this was from. I think it was from an email or something. But again, I just started sketching it. This is like plain old Bic pen. Then I went all the way and rendered it with chalk markers and gouache paint, and I think it turned out pretty cool for the back of a piece of copier paper. Here's one I did in pencil. Sort of a random concept. I don't really work in pencil that much, but this one turned out pretty cool. I was just sort of sketching out a rough design, something really unique, and then I just used pencil shading and rubbing my fingers on some of the pencil areas to get that kind of fade effect like in the color renderings. And then I used an eraser to get some of the highlights, like on the tires and some of the reflections. So that's kind of a cool trick you can do too if you're working in pencil. Here's a cool, maybe like Camaro concept that I did. Just kind of sketched it out and then cranked this out in about 10 minutes using black marker, black colored pencil, and gray markers, plus a little bit of white paint at the end to help really give it some pop. Actually, all three of these right here I did at the same time using the same method. This BMW kind of cartoon looking car, same sort of thing. I did it in Bic pen. Then I used the warm gray markers for the shadows, tires, bumper, and then I used a combination of yellow marker, gold marker, and a little bit of yellow colored pencil to get that yellow reflection and stuff in there. Then it's black chalk, black marker, black colored pencil, and white paint for the tinted windows, the bumper, the front grille, and some of these plastic panels back here. So that car and this car, this one's kind of over the top. I think I don't really like the design, but whatever. It's a cool red car, right? You can't go wrong with it. So this one, same concept: red chalk, red marker, red colored pencil, white colored pencil, warm gray, and black marker. Turned out pretty cool. I really like this design. This is also in the back of a piece of just plain old printer paper, but I think this concept is really cool. It's got some big speakers back here, and this is a really unique paint color. It's sort of like a weird teal, sea green kind of thing, but I really like how this turned out. So this is something I just kind of sketched, and then flipped it over, sketched again, and you can see on the back side the marker bleed through. Gives you a little feel for the shape of the car. So again, this is all stuff that not that fancy to do, but once you get better and better at the color stuff, you'll get better at making these faster. I'm going to offer this on my website. I got two outlines, an H3 or an H2 and an old Countach. I created just the outlines of these so that you could download these, print them out, and practice doing some of the color renderings on your own. So you already have a sort of an outline to work with. So basically, what I want to encourage you to do is download these, the Hummer and the Countach, print them out, and then go through the rendering process that you've seen in some of my videos, and you can begin to, you know, if you mess up, just print out another one and keep going. And this will give you a feel for how to work with the shape that's already existing and how to work with the colors. And if you go to my Flickr, you can see both of these fully rendered. So if you want to actually copy the rendering, see if you can reproduce what I was able to do. There's a red and a silver Countach on my Flickr, and then there's a orange and a yellow Hummer on my Flickr. So you can try to reproduce both of those straight up. So again, both of these JPEGs are going to be available on my site. Just download them, print them out, let the ink dry first before you start getting in there with the marker. But this is about the second step if you're drawing. The first is really sketching, letting it flow, and then once you have your solid design, remember to continue to flip it over, add a new one on top, trace it, flip it over, add a new one on top, trace it, and continue to do that until your actual perspective is just how you want it to be. This Hummer has a lot of messed up portions. So you may want to print this out, lay a piece of paper over it, and just carefully outline, redraw just the shape, just the general outline. Because this is a lot of times how I start with these rough kind of sketches, is that I get the design I like, the general feel and the look, but it's still pretty sloppy. So I'll lay over one more sheet just to get the basic outlines, and then I'll start coloring from that. Alright, so here's a bunch of different samples. Go get these from my site and give some practice time to it. And if you haven't watched all my materials videos, make sure you go watch those so that you know the right kind of materials to use for getting these kind of effects. Alright, good luck. Make sure you send me an email or post some stuff up if you've got something you want me to look at, and you can rock out like this. Alright, see you later.